Hi all, this is a follow-up video from my previous one, Rain LTE Data Only SIM Review, 6 months later. Many people left comments on that video, both good and bad, so I thought, why not make another video to update everyone about my experience since making that one, and how good or bad is it, or what's changed, and am I still using the network at all, as a matter of fact. This video is not endorsed by Rain in any way, shape or form, so I will be giving my honest opinion about the network as a user. I know that it's frustrating for some of you and you get mad when you don't get replies from Rain support, but I don't work there, so I wish I could help you all, but unfortunately I can't. So some people are wondering about how well the connection speed really is, and I'll do a quick test here which will show you my current speed, but is definitely not my speed all the time. So I'll just go to Google and find the speed tester and use the first one that comes up, and let's look at my speed currently depending on where I am from the router and the connection speed from the Rain network itself. So right at this moment I have 15.4 megabits per second download, and the upload looks like it's gonna be somewhere around the 20 megabit mark. So the upload speed is 20.2 megabits per second, and you need to keep in mind that this is not always my internet speed. So just because of this test right here, it's really just an indication of my speed right at this moment, but it's not always the same. Sometimes I'll get speeds of up to 48 megabits per second, and other times I will get them as low as 1 megabit per second. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at this as well. There's a little difference in the way you check your coverage now. There's a light blue and darker blue for 4G and 5G respectively. Light is for the 4G and dark is for the 5G. Make sure you compare the right coverage when you check, because it will affect your internet speed. As you can see, there are more areas covered by 4G than 5G. So if you make the mistake of thinking that your area is covered when it's not, you won't be happy to find out that your network is slow or non-existent once you have the SIM card in your possession. If you want to check that your area is 4G covered, make sure it's covered in light blue, just like these. Okay? Also, everything that is covered in darker blue is 4G covered, so even these areas here are covered by 4G as well. 5G coverage is only covered in darker blue area. Now let's talk about billing. I still think, and this is based on my experience, that the 250 Rand per month is still the best offer they have to date, especially for the average user. The unlimited one for 479 per month is limited to up to 10 megabits per second. They don't write it here, but if you click on it, you're gonna see that speeds up to 10 megabits per second, and that's a crappy speed because you won't even be able to watch HD videos with that, especially because that's the fastest it'll be. Even for the standard user with minimal usage, you won't be happy with that, and I can see many people without complaint who will confirm this, but there are those few people that actually have a good experience with it, so yeah, keep that in mind. My speed is not always the same every day, and there are times when I get over 48 megabits per second. There are times where it goes as slow as 1 megabit per second, so keep that in mind. Also, for your internet speed to be good or great, or at the very least constantly reliable for you, there are 3 factors to consider. Your area needs to be covered by the network. The device that you use to connect to the Rain network needs to be a strong enough device. If it isn't, then your internet will be as fast as how slow that device is. The device you're using to browse or stream, or basically use to consume the internet with, also needs to be strong or have compatible signals with the router. Devices that have faster download and upload speeds, you know? If you have these 3 components checked properly, then everything should work just fine and you shouldn't have any problems. Also, the number of devices connected at the same time might affect speed, but it's still okay for the average user. So the most common questions that I get from people are about 1. Ordering the SIM card, 2. the RICA process, 3. connection speed, and 4. which devices are best to use. So let's quickly touch on the ordering process. There are many ways you can do this recently. You can order the Rain SIM card using the Rain website. You can order a SIM card through Takealot, and you can even pick one up at selected stores for yourself if that's more suitable for you. The RICA process. For this, I'm going to the Rain website information that you might have been lazy to find out for yourself or just simply didn't know existed. And for that, you're gonna need to go to support and scroll all the way down, and the first one that they have here is deliveries, RICA, and activations, and I think it's over here. Okay, there. What will I need for RICA when RAM is the courier company that Rain uses to deliver their SIM cards. So what will I need to RICA when RAM arrives with my SIM card? And here they tell you you'll need the following: your South African ID or passport, proof of address not older than 3 months, either a municipal bill, utility bill, cell phone bill, or bank statement. Yourself, you're gonna need to be the person getting the SIM card from the person, and you'll need to accept delivery of the SIM card. So that's what you're gonna need in order for you to RICA it from RAM. And here's another question, another common question: how long will my SIM from RAM take to activate? This is still part of the RICA process, so your SIM should be activated within 2 hours of delivery and successful RICA. You will receive an SMS and email once your SIM is activated. Please look out for this. You can also go to MyRain to confirm that the SIM is active on your profile. And another one: if you got your SIM from one of our partners, Takealot, Mr. Delivery Food, or Prago, select Activate Now on the home page and follow the 4 simple steps. You can also click the Activate SIM button below, which is right here. So you can activate it right here on the website itself. And remember, you'll need to follow the simple RICA process to complete activation. So make sure you have the following: you're gonna need your South African ID document or smart card ID. With this, they actually do prefer the smart ID, so please try to not use the old ID book. If you have one of those old ID books, what are you still doing with it? Go get yourself a smart ID. Trust me, it's a lot easier to carry, and you can just fit it in your wallet. You'll do yourself a favor. And you're gonna need proof of address not older than 3 months, and also you're gonna need your smartphone. You're gonna need your smartphone because they need you to take your picture in order to verify that it's really you. And let's talk about connection speed. Again, I will tell you here that make sure the things you need to check are done to ensure that your connection is good. If just one of these is neglected, it will affect your connection speed, so make sure you have these components very well in check. Let's talk about the type of devices you need to use. The type of device that you need to use is one of the 3 things you need to make sure you checked before ordering your SIM card. And this depends on your personal requirements and what you're going to do with your connection, but the one thing that will be common for everyone is that you must make sure your area is covered by the network before you order your SIM card. The type of device you use will also depend on your budget. Even the kind of contract you will be taking from Rain depends on how much you're willing to part with at the end of every month. So these are all things to consider before you get a device. If you get a cheaper device, you might need to upgrade it sometime in the future, and you might only find out that you need that upgrade sooner rather than later once you use the network. Overall, I'd say that you can give Rain a try because compared to the rest of the options in South Africa right now, it's one of the best if you happen to live in the covered areas using a good router and your device is also fast. Then it would be value for money. I should also tell you that if you're only using it to stream and watch YouTube videos and browse the web and standard use like that, you really don't need those 5G options. You'd just be paying more for almost the same thing that you can get for less, really, because the only difference you would see is in your bank account. Rain won't see it because you'd just be one of the millions of customers. And we all know how good their customer support is. So with that, thanks for watching, and like the video if you did and dislike it if you didn't. Don't be shy to ask questions in the comments down below. There is never a stupid question. Whatever it is you want to ask, there are many others that might want to ask the same question. And see you in the next one. Peace.